already over
on
Spotify.
Welcome to the Black Visionary Podcast. Your boy, the biggest host. You feel me? The Swanee, aka 5.
Rio Black. Woo!
Get that. No, nigga.
It's your boy Rio Black from the Rio Black Gun Channel, man. We're here with my co-hosts.
Nigga, you are the co-host, nigga. Fuck out of here.
We are all
No,
co-hosts.
we are no, nigga. I am the host, nigga. I moderate, nigga. This is me. We only got one minor host.
We just let him think he the host, y'all. We the ones.
This is why I got quiet, because niggas know. I don't even know who this is today, so I don't know.
This is pregame. It's Brittany.
Like, how you gonna give yourself a nickname? Nobody call you It's Brittany nowhere besides when you say It's Brittany.
It's Brittany.
With no at. She just Brittany. She don't want nobody to follow her.
Yep, you're right.
They ain't looking for you. They looking for my boy Wayne. Wayne Wax. Who?
Exactly.
D.
Facts.
That's crazy, Wayne. Man, look, I'm mad for you. That's crazy. You know what's crazy? Let's say hypothetically I wasn't here, right? And y'all niggas had to do a show without me. I don't know how. Y'all got to break in my house to do it, but if y'all did a show without me, I was still watching because I want to know what the fuck y'all got going on there. My nigga Wayne said, I ain't on there, I ain't watching it. I ain't supporting nothing y'all niggas doing.
He mad, man.
Hey.
Definitely a little mad, man.
My man's ain't mad, man.
Fuck
A
you.
little upset.
Fuck who, me?
Fuck whoever even watching.
Damn.
Damn.
It's the drink. Man, I need to start getting lit like her. Maybe this podcast go to the next level.
She said, fuck whoever ain't
I don't know what
watching.
you're talking about.
Whew. I need to get my weed and roll up.
Don't blame it on the juice. Blame it on the Henny. Blame it on the blue top. Got you feeling dizzy. Blame it on the...
Alcohol.
Look, man. That's why they say the podcast ain't got no direction. Y'all niggas is in here. Y'all like a bull in a china shop.
I'm
Come
like
on,
Brittany, man. Fuck them.
Damn. Man.
Man, don't worry about what's on my pod, man. What's on my pod is on my pod.
Take that for
All
data.
right, that's enough for the accent.
Heard what she said, man.
I do it better than Wayne, man.
Hell no.
Take that for data.
I was talking about Saucy Wayne Tiana.
Dang, I gotta switch back. That's crazy. Man, I better get out my mans.
All right, man. Let's get this show on the road, man. All the fun and games.
All right, yeah. So it was an interesting topic that was going back and forth. So we talking about the organ donors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Take it off your card.
Yeah.
So I was like, they had a discussion. They were like, so anybody that don't want to be an organ donor, if something happened, they drop down to the bottom of the list versus the people that are organ donors. How you feel about that? Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm giving my organs and something happened to me and I need one, I should be priority versus the ones who don't want to be an organ donor.
Well, first of all, check this out. That's an oxymoron. Because if something happened and I'm an organ donor and I'm at the top of the list and they just kill me because they want my organ, that defeats the purpose to being at the top of the list.
But who says they're going to kill you for the organ?
Oh, they do that.
Exactly.
They do that.
Hey, you over there, get it together.
They do that.
And talking to the mic when you got something to say.
Gotcha.
I gotta boost your John up. You want that other stuff.
All right.
So, you know what I'm saying? If I'm supposed to care so much about being at the top of the list that I got to be an organ donor, what about, like I said, them shady places that be like, all right, you know what I'm saying, we need this, so you know we're gonna move him to the bottom of the list because we're gonna take this on from him right now. He ain't gonna need it in a little bit.
Depends on what
It's a
you
lot
need.
of people. That's a reason why a lot of people feel like they don't want to be organ donors.
See, that's feel,
Exactly.
but they don't know for sure.
Yeah. I'm not finna. Okay, so put it like this. I'm not. You saying basically, all right, so if you are an organ donor, you get to move to the top of the list for sure.
Yeah. Because if you're willing to give, then the other people that's willing to give, you know what I'm saying, they should be priority. You know what I'm saying? And the people that don't want to give up no organs or something, if they die, you know what I'm saying, why should we care about if you get an organ first versus the ones who's willing to give their own shit if they die? Know what I mean?
I don't care.
Them niggas say, hey, if I need an organ, just kill me.
Look, man, if I need an organ, appreciate the organ. I don't trust it.
Look,
at the end of the day, it's still got to be me who life on the line, who's sitting up there on that table. They're gonna be like, I don't know, man. We're gonna just go and take this organ. He an organ donor anyway.
shout out to Victoria Danielle out here commenting on the videos on YouTube. I just got there, you know what I'm saying? Unlike some of the other folks that be up here listening but don't want to comment, but they want to inbox me and be like, hey, y'all niggas is funny. Hey, comment on the video.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? I hear.
For those that don't comment and watch, you're doing us a disservice. If you want to support, leave a comment. It helps the algorithm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, what's the point of you inboxing me? Tell me we got a point here, we got a point there. I don't disagree. Comment that. Say what you don't disagree with.
If you comment, we'll even have conversations with you in the comment section.
Man, shout out to Rachel, whoever the hell she is. I don't know who she is, but she had a disagreement. But I'm like, hey, we need that too. I mean, she was going against me and in support of what you were talking about, but it's all good. Still take those.
Check out that comment. What's popping, Rage? Hold up.
She said all y'all niggas is corny in court. No, I'm just playing. But she was talking about the Russell and Future shit. But they don't really matter. But anyway,
Alright.
we here. I got another short little topic, get out the way. How you feel about, because we talking
Hold
about
on, you never said how you felt about it.
the organ shit?
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes sense to
change
me.
it? All right, so you finna go change it?
I'm not going to be an organ. I don't care if I need, nigga, if I need an organ, bro, just kill me. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, it depends though. Like if I gotta live like a
Your Honor, I would like to strike that from the record.
no, keep it on the record. Like if I gotta be in a vegetable, I gotta be in a wheelchair or something for the rest of my life. I don't want to be here.
That's not the same as needing an organ.
Man, look, if I need a whole kidney, well, I wouldn't need a kidney because I ain't like y'all. I ain't gonna need a liver because I don't drink like y'all. You feel me? I ain't messing up my organs. Y'all are both heavy smokers. You feel me?
Fucking lie.
Hey, we don't cuss on this podcast. We keep this PG. Shout out to all the kids out there.
Hey, watch something else, children.
Exactly.
Go do your multiplications and timetables, man.
All right, I'm gonna stop playing, man. You stop playing. I got. Let me ask a serious question. Well, actually, let me get to some serious topics. Let's get back on drugs. Now, we all know that how I feel about people that do drugs and drugs in general. But my thing is, if somebody is a drug addict, not a drug dealer, a drug addict, why do you lock them up and send them to jail? That isn't going to help them at all. Help them get treatment or something like that. Like if you know somebody, like I don't really know anybody besides one person that's ever done meth, but clearly it's a strong drug. Like when we was in middle school, this dude came and talked to us about how bad he was addicted to it, and he shot half his face off with a shotgun. They had to reconstruct his whole entire face. And it's like if the police would call him and send him to jail, who that would have helped? Get this man into some treatment.
Yeah.
Alcoholic over here. We need to get her some treatment. Who? Yeah. Get her some treatment. Like stop locking people up over something they clearly addicted to.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the libertarians think, man. That's what they've been saying for years, but you know what I'm saying? You vote for them, you throwing away your vote.
Are you stereotyping?
The libertarians?
Yeah.
No. That's
You're a libertarian or something?
I am.
That's what they can't. Well, you're a libertarian follower. You're not a politician.
Yeah.
The libertarian politicians always preach, stop demonizing drugs because it's a sickness instead of a, you know what I'm saying, a choice or whatever. You sell drugs. Well, actually, the biggest libertarians like Jo Jorgensen, she wanted to decriminalize all drugs and the sale of them. So.
No, I ain't. And you still should go to jail for selling them. I don't care who got something to say about that. No, I don't support drug
For
dealers.
yes, they should go.
Most libertarians, politicians or whatever, they are on the form of that people who are sick, as in drug addicts, need help. They don't need to be sent to jail, because then once they find rehabilitation, now they seen as fugitives, former criminals who can't get jobs and can't get housing and can't get this, and then they got to live in the hood, which is gonna put them right back in the
environment where the drugs is at,
where the drugs is mostly peddled. So this is gonna put them right back in the same. And then once you feel like all hope is lost and you're a former drug addict, it's likely that you're gonna
go back
relapse.
You're
gonna get back into using or whatever. So yeah, it's definitely a cycle that's not beneficial to, what I'm saying, helping people get clean and stay clean. Like arresting people and throwing them in jail for the use of drugs is definitely stupid.
Thoughts? React.
As far as drugs go, I mean, I'm a libertarian, so like I don't feel like drugs is necessary when it comes to like medicating people, period. That's all part of the government and making people feel like they believe that they need that shit when honestly they don't. Just talk to people around you who understand what the fuck you're going through.
Okay. Just say fuck the drugs. Just go speak to people, huh? I think that'd make more sense if therapy wasn't so damn expensive and people knew,
exactly.
like, okay, like if I got insurance and I want to go talk to a therapist, make it easier for me to go find where I can go talk to these people versus just being in the dark about everything.
Because you're still going to pay out the ass regardless if you have insurance or not.
That's even crazy still, though. Like, come on, man.
And we all need it.
I see why Charlamagne be talking about mental health a lot. A whole lot.
Yeah, especially, I mean, I don't know if we want to turn this into the mental health pod, but especially since
that's been on number 3 on my jump for like 6 weeks straight. We just have the appropriate people to talk about it with. Come on, man.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I think that's definitely something you're gonna have. Of course, we're gonna piss off the supremacy boys again. But that's definitely something the black community really need to address.
The supremacy boys.
Yeah, they was mad at you in the comments or whatever, man. They was mad last round. That's all y'all guys talk about.
This is crazy. Never mind.
Right.
Yeah, in the black community, it's definitely something that needs to be addressed because we all have that trauma that's leading back to generations for sure. Like, we need to get help about for sure.
And we don't talk about it. That's the thing.
And we need to. And a lot of. Go ahead. You want to say something?
No, I just finna say we don't talk about it. We need to address it. Like, black people feel like, especially in the earlier days when I was growing up, I never heard black people say, I'm depressed, or it's possibility of having depression. They always say that was a rich white person's disease or something like that. I always heard something along the lines of, you know what I'm saying?
Well, they just don't understand it, period.
We can't get depressed, you know what I'm saying? Because we gotta focus on stuff. We got bills to pay. Depression, we can't get involved in that, man. We gotta take care of our business. Sitting around being sad about it ain't gonna help nothing. See, that's the mentality that the black community has adapted or whatever to try to.
We always push through.
Exactly. We always overcome. Like, yeah, we do, but that don't mean we don't need to face these issues head on or whatever when it comes to mental stability or whatever. I mean,
nip it in the bud.
Folks definitely would rather sweep it under the rug than to attack it head on.
Yeah, that's the crazy part about it, though. And it's also not necessarily the mental health thing, but like, it's always when black people figure something out, they never want to help out the next person. It's always they be selfish with it. Just keep everything to themselves.
Gatekeeping is a big thing in the black community.
Oh, you got some strong opinions about this. Go ahead, talk about it then.
I mean, like, a lot of black people come up eventually on like things in the community about like how to better success themselves, and they don't want to share it, or they want rather charge you than like just share it. Like, come on now. Like, we all want to come up in the community, and we all need that success. I mean, it's better off for you to let your own people come up in the world than actually charging those other people, come up. But they don't want to share that. They rather gatekeep it.
No, I don't agree fully with it charging people because folks still got to make money too. Also,
well, I mean, there's so many more people who would pay for that stuff than us personally who can't afford it, and we see that you are progressing, and we're willing to follow the step that you have to go for that.
Let me give you an example. Okay, so I do music videos, right? I got somebody who was so called like a brother to me, right? He was like, man, come on, bro, give me a deal, man. I ain't got no money for real, man. I got this right here. So I'm like, all right, man, you my man's $100,000. We shoot the video. This nigga pulled out like $5,000 of his pocket. And I'm like, come on, bro, like, nigga, I'm willing to give you a deal off of what you saying that you ain't got no money, but you out here just flexing $5,000 in my face. Like, I can see why niggas don't want to be doing deals and charging niggas, but I don't understand the overpricing with people though. Like, I went overpriced, but still, it's like people just be lying for no reason. Like, I'm not gonna shortchange myself to help somebody else out if they got it. Like, if you are a real friend to me, you will pay full price just because you want to support me.
Exactly. So it's also is including the support as well in the Black community. Like, a lot of people don't want to support their own people.
That's just something we got to figure out amongst ourselves, because I don't really know, man. Like, I can understand why people don't. They say this customer service that, and all that. Like, I understand why a lot of Black people don't shop with each other. Like I said before, it's like they'll go buy some Walmart Hanes shirts or some Gildan and charge $30 for a shirt. Like, those shirts not worth $30.
I mean, if it's custom made,
no,
then sure.
No.
Is it?
I don't care what you put on there. But if you go and buy a cheap quality shirt, like a Hanes shirt, that's cheap quality. I'm not paying $30 for that.
No, Hanes, Fruit of the Loom or Hanes is not cheap.
Yes, it is. When you go to where?
When you go to Walmart, you're not paying like $5 for that shirt. You're definitely paying still $10 just to get that shirt or sweats, period. Like, if they're putting something you want on it, like, you still have to pay for it.
No, I don't care. You gonna get a pack of 5 or 10 or whatever for $15.
No, you're not. What store is paying that?
Walmart.
Five Below?
Walmart. You gonna get you a pack?
Walmart. What Walmart you're paying at so we can pull up?
Anything. So you be buying Hanes shirts and you think you paying top dollar for those? They're not top dollar shirts.
Yeah, because I go to Hanes and they're charging me $25 plus tax.
Hanes what.com?
No, at the Walmart. Like, I'm going there for like draws or.
All right, let's do this then. Let's do this. Okay, let's go to Walmart and we're gonna see how much those shirts cost. We can go buy a pack of Hanes shirts and you can get those quality shirts versus the ones I buy, which is $10 a shirt. A shirt, not a pack. A shirt. That's high quality shirts. That's my point. Like, if they worth what you charging, then yes, I don't care what design you put on there. I'm not gonna pay more than what the shirt is worth when I know if I wash this shirt one time, it's done. That's my point. Like, don't go buy a cheap quality shirt and think that somebody got to pay $30 because you put whatever you want to on it. I'm not gonna support that.
Okay, so you think like Hanes and Fruit of the Loom don't last long when you wash it?
They don't.
It depends on how you're washing it. Are you following the instructions on the paper?
It don't matter how you wash. They still thin, cheap shirts.
No, because I've actually had a few of those shirts and they've lasted long.
We're not finna do this. We're not finna do this.
No, because
I think I would know.
We are gonna do this because I honestly understand like where some people come from when they buying those products, because like if you follow the instructions, that shit lasts. Where if you not following the instructions, you washing it on warm or hot, that shit's gonna string. Like, what do you expect? Because you bought that shit and all of a sudden it's supposed to last? No.
It don't matter.
It does matter because I'm still paying for the shit.
It's still a low quality shirt.
No, it's not.
All right, we're gonna do this research and I want an apology when we finish doing this. But
okay,
anyways,
what is your recommended brand then?
Let's say Independent Trading Company, Bella Canvas, Cotton Heritage, something like that. Not no fucking Hanes, Gilded, and Jersey.
So no Gildan?
No Gildan, Jersey, right. Hanes,
no
Fruit of the Loom, none of that.
Y'all heard it from him.
Yes.
No Gildan.
Coming from a person who actually
you know Gildan.
You definitely not gonna catch no Gildan in my shit. Coming from a person who actually have to get in these fucking books It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books over there. One over there. I know what the high quality shirts is. You ain't gonna and you gonna see those Hanes in there? No. You gonna see Guild in there because they a cheap brand. You gonna see Jersey in there because they a cheap brand.
Exactly.
A cheap brand. That's what I'm saying. They probably like $3 a shirt.
So why sell the cheap brand?
For people who want to be cheap.
Okay.
Yeah. What you mean? I don't want to be cheap.
So why the fuck you sell me the
No, you just want to argue with me. I'm just telling you why people don't want to shop with black people sometimes because they trying to go buy a cheap shirt and want to charge niggas $30 for it. No. I don't want this cheap ass shirt.
I mean, I don't want the cheap ass shirt either.
All right, then. So why you going so hard for it?
For those people who can afford it.
No, they can get better. They just don't want to. And especially if you gonna charge niggas $30, you can clearly afford better shirts after the first batch for people who just want to support.
Yeah, they clearly doing it to bust people's heads open. Like, you making double the profit off, you know what I'm saying, $5 shirts, $10
Man,
shirts.
triple in that
spending,
mug.
Right. And then selling one shirt for $30. Like, I could understand. Like, that's exactly why people don't want to come to you. Like, if I go to North Face instead and I spend $100 on a hoodie, that hoodie gonna last me 13 plus, 14 plus, 15 plus, 20 plus years.
Versus going to get a cheap ass Hanes hoodie from Walmart.
When North Face,
well, I don't know, it's just the same.
When North Face first blew up or whatever, like, I mean, it's always been around. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can go back and look at the history or whatever. But when it became like super popular around 2011, 2012, that's when I bought this hoodie. This hoodie is old as hell. Like, I just stopped wearing it for fashion and just started wearing it for comfortability or whatever. But I mean, it's still quality material. No rips, no tatters. I don't wear it to the gym, moving stuff, working out. I done did everything in this hoodie, to the gun range, to the whatever. And there's no holes in it. There's no, you know what I'm saying? So I can understand why you spending so much money for it. But if I go buy a Hanes shirt and wash it and it shrink and it's not my size no more, then I just spent $30 on something that ain't last me nothing and I didn't even get my use out of it. Yeah, it just, nah.
And them Hanes and stuff. I don't know how we got on talk about Hanes in general, but like them cheap brands, they be peeling a lot. You know what peeling is? Like PILING peeling. Like they be having little fair balls and stuff all on them once you wash them and stuff.
Yeah.
That's cheap shit. That's how you know it's cheap. Like, fam.
But at the same time, like, depending on what it is, like whether it's a shirt or sweats, like for bigger females who have thick thighs, then we still gonna have those beady ass, you know, in between the thighs when we're wearing sweats or something like that, regardless if it is
want a lot of beads
or not.
You want a lot of beads or little beads?
It don't matter. We're still gonna have those fucking beads.
I don't know, man. When I start getting some high quality joggers, we're gonna see.
Just to make it clear.
Exactly. So like we gotta definitely test out the brands to know what the fuck we're fucking with, you know, regardless.
Just to make it clear, he's not bashing Hanes or Gildan. What he's saying is they're overcharging you for it. Now, if you buy, you know what I'm saying, Hanes or Gildan or whatever, and you want to sell your shirts off there, charge people the appropriate price is what he's saying.
Facts.
It's not. He's not saying that you should never spend your money on Hanes or Gildan if that's what you can afford, but sell it for an appropriate price, not $30 up the markup. Like that don't. That's childish.
That's true because I mean he don't do that. So I mean I'm okay with that. So when I buy something and I know what brand it is that I'm buying from, like I understand that like that's the quality that I'm gonna get when I buy it. Now if you're not promoting the quality that you're getting, then that's definitely a scam.
People don't promote quality; they just promote they material. Like they promote. Not
well,
even material,
they ain't
they
no
promote
legit
the
business. You're not a legit business, so don't be expecting sales from that shit.
So why would you support them?
Yeah.
I'm not supporting them. That's the thing. I'm not supporting them. If you're not promoting what the fuck you're selling, then what the fuck am I buying from you for?
So you're not gonna promote that black business, and that's
nope.
and that's where we getting at. Like we're not saying don't promote black businesses. We saying that it's a lot of people who try to finesse you or whatever on the sake of being a black business.
Yeah. Like I'm not, like I said, I'm not finna buy your Hanes shirt that you screen printed. I don't want no screen printed shirt.
Right, because eventually it's gonna fucking peel off.
Exactly.
Like I want my shit sewn on that I know that like I ordered it custom made. That's my shit. I want that shit made, and I know the brand that I bought from you because you told me up front that that's the brand I bought.
Give me some heat press or some embroidery. I don't want nothing else. I mean, it's other stuff out there, you know what I'm saying? It's high quality, but I'm saying, like, don't give me no screen printed Gildan shirt.
Exactly.
All right, man. Let's move the topic around.
Hey, we went long on that. That's funny, though.
Let's move the topic around, man. So what y'all think about Elon Musk trying to acquire Twitter and create a First Amendment platform where you can say whatever you want to anybody at any point in time?
I don't really know anything about it. I did see him make a tweet, but I haven't been on Twitter for real this whole week. So
You don't think that would be a better option than getting banned on platforms for just speaking?
I'm sure it is a better option than get banned for anything.
I don't know, man. I fuck with it. I hope it happen. Honestly, I get on Twitter if that happen. Like, I got cousins banned on Twitter or whatever. I know people say it's the most, free speech platform there is, and it probably is in comparison to the other ones, but it's still not. Yeah, if you can get banned on there for calling, what's that man name? Moneybag Yo, a ghost face hoe, then you call that man Michael Myers and call him stupid or whatever, you can get banned on there like my cousin did, then it's not freedom of speech. Like,
I don't know, bro. I'll keep telling you, bro. Your cousin had to do something else because, nigga,
that's what happened.
they say way worse on there and don't get banned.
A lot of people get banned. Hell, Donald Trump got banned off that jump for
But
life.
you see what that nigga was doing. That nigga was reckless.
Man, I seen what he said, and he didn't say nothing bad. Like, that's another debate or another topic.
But he also did it more than once.
But
A lot of times we'll get you banned.
exactly,
A lot
that's
of
not free
times.
speech.
But come on, man.
That's not free speech. That's not. I mean, people like, oh yeah, but it's a private company and no. It don't matter. Like, it's not hurting nobody. Like, oh, you inciting violence. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, he is.
Like,
So the Capitol riot, the little Capitol riot started because of him.
he didn't say, hey, y'all go ride the Capitol.
And
Go
yeah,
ride the
he
Capitol.
don't gotta say it.
He didn't say,
He ain't
all
gotta
right,
say
man.
it. He ain't gotta say it.
He didn't say, all right, man, do that shit. Just get up and go do it. He didn't say, all right, we need to stand up or whatever and fight and take back what America is. He didn't say none of that. If like I have all the screenshots or whatever to the point
Hey,
that
man,
got him
delete
banned
that.
on that, whatever. So I'll show them to you or I'll read them out loud on the pod. It don't matter. But when he got banned off that shit, none of that shit he said had nothing to do with inciting violence or whatever. They even issued the tweets. They made the tweets public that they banned him for, and they had nothing to do with the Capitol at the ride or whatever, the ride at the Capitol or none of that
How
shit.
many times a nigga got banned off Twitter? Suspended.
I mean, anyway, but that's my point.
That's my point.
But that's my point, though. It's not free speech if you can get banned.
They got their own little platform where they can go out there and just talk shit though. It's another one of those.
But I'm talking about Elon Musk situation. I think he should fuck with it. Like, if you can get on there and say whatever you want to say, and if you can't handle it, bro, don't get on there. Don't mess with it. Like, I mean, plain and simple.
That's
like,
why you hide from Twitter right now anyway though.
Nah, I just don't want to get I don't want to get a whole another social media account just to try to build followers and all of that just to get blocked and banned. Facebook the other day literally restricted my account for 30 days for saying Hitler was a bad dude. I said Hitler was just as bad to black people that he was to the Jewish people. Actually, didn't even say Jewish. I didn't say anything about the Jewish people at all. The culture, the religion, or none of that. I just said he sterilized the black men, the Afro-Germans in Germany or whatever, and they blocked me off Facebook for 30 days for that.
My point is, you say something like you be talking to the people on you be having arguments with on Facebook, they're gonna be like piranhas on Twitter, man. You ain't gonna be able to handle that.
I'll be able to handle whatever.
You can't handle that pressure, man. I will understand why you stand away from there. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you're not gonna use reverse.
I'm not. I'm just saying. I can see why you running from it. The pressure different on Twitter, man. You can't just say what you want to unchecked like you do on Facebook. They be scared of you on Facebook. They're not gonna be scared of you on Twitter. I'm just saying, man.
I'm not scared of nobody.
Man,
on Facebook.
that's what you say. That's what you say,
I
man.
don't want to create.
Twitter
I
is
don't.
definitely more harsh than Facebook.
I don't want to create. If
He
Elon,
hiding from that
if
pressure.
Elon Musk take that gen over to where I can say whatever the fuck I want to say, whenever the fuck I
you
want
can
to
say
say
what you
it,
want to on there.
I'm gonna get on there.
Exactly.
I'm gonna take. I'm
can say what you want.
gonna get on there, and then we gonna see. Who
Man, I can talk like Wayne on Twitter and don't get banned.
but Wayne don't talk.
Get off my guy. Because you know what I'm talking about.
Wait, why you had to make me go there, man?
I ain't make you go nowhere. You did that on your own. You're a grown adult.
Right.
What you mean?
Keep it a whole buck out here, man. You know how honest I am. Blunt,
I don't know that.
straight to the piss on.
All I know is you hide from Twitter. But it's all good, bro. I'm not judging you for that. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying?
If you want me to get on Twitter, just say that, man.
I didn't told you to get on Twitter already,
No,
but I understand why you don't.
Don't refer me to Twitter. Be like, man, I really want you to get on Twitter.
I'm not saying that.
Say, I really want you to join.
I'm not saying that
on Twitter.
What?
Say, I really need you to join my shenanigans on Twitter.
I don't have shenanigans on Twitter though.
What the fuck?
You ain't
You
never had the
laughing too hard over
shenanigans.
there.
No.
You ain't never had the shenanigans.
Get a nigga the shenanigans.
I mean, on Facebook, yeah, but Twitter.
You don't even be on Facebook. You make a post once a year, literally, and think just being on Facebook. No, get out of here. You ain't even in this conversation.
All right, y'all continue then.
So yeah, man, just get on Facebook, me on Twitter, and see what's cracking. So then when your boy Elon buy it out, you already integrated. I mean, they gonna assume you're a troll account anyway up top.
They what you call it? They restricted me on Instagram.
How do you get restricted on Instagram?
Bro, exactly.
I mean, it was owned by Facebook, but still, who does that?
Who gets restricted on Instagram?
What did you do? On an argument with Shade Room comments, probably.
I don't even think it was a shade room coming, but I be man. I be I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was light. Like I'm talking about mad light. And then they went back and looked at something I said from years ago.
Yeah, get them out of there.
They went back and looked at something I said from years ago, and I had a bunch of asterisks on there. I had a whole bunch of asterisks on there. You couldn't tell what the word was.
No, I can tell. Like, yeah, I can tell. I'm looking at it. Get him out of here. What are you talking about?
Like, nah, bro.
Hey, you know how?
See, now you know why you were banned.
Yeah, you know, I can see what that was. Hey, you know how the Beehive is?
Oh my God,
the Beehive, the Barbs, the Rihanna Navy. You know how they act?
Yep.
That's Twitter.
It
Imagine
is.
all them combined. Whenever you say something, they not even all of them, just one person, and they all just attacking you. Ain't nothing you can do about that. You can't run.
Exactly, because there's no backing.
Bro, Twitter is
I can see why you, but I can understand why you're not on there though. Like
Twitter
stuff
is
like that, I will understand why you not want to be on there.
Let me quote Dave Chappelle, man. Twitter is not a real place.
It don't got to be a
Yes,
real
it
place.
is.
It's not.
But I can
The
understand.
internet, Dave Chappelle said the internet is not a real place.
But I can understand why you're not getting on there though. Like
I'm not running.
I don't
from
have to deal with
none of
nothing like
this
that. I wouldn't want to deal with that either if I wasn't already on there. So I understand why you're not on there. Elon, buy that John one time. You feel me?
Elon,
So my mans can
buy
feel
No,
safe.
please don't.
So my mans can
Buy
feel
that
safe
shit.
for once.
Yes, so I can feel safe and have my
You know what I'm
First
saying?
Amendment rights protected.
Let him cling to that reason of not being on
More
there.
rules. Please don't.
Like I understand, man. Look, you good though. I don't look at you any different.
Brittany got Twitter.
Yes, you do.
Oh man, that's light. Twitter.
No, I
light.
don't, guys.
She can't handle the pressure. She not
Can't
really that.
handle that. Juice.
I don't have Twitter.
What's wrong with her?
Don't blame it on the juice. Blame it on the Henny. Blame it on the blue top. Got you feeling dizzy.
Alcohol.
That was ugly as fuck. What was that? This nigga said, y'all niggas is stupid, man.
All right, man. Next topic, man. Who got it?
Brittany, for once, never go. You know what I'm saying? This nigga.
I have a topic about mainly. Do you believe that the man's family should pay for a wedding?
No,
Well,
I don't think anybody should pay for a wedding. Don't get a wedding.
so why do you believe that nobody should have a wedding then?
Use that money that you're gonna spend on a wedding for something else more constructive to the family.
Meaning, as far as what?
Like if you don't have a house, put that towards a house if you want to get a house. Or if you got debt, use that money that you're gonna put into the wedding onto your debt.
Okay, but when like their family is paying for it though, where does that money go towards? Like, cause they're gonna want it to go towards the wedding versus like.
If you okay, I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but like, look, if you so insistent on giving me money for the wedding, and instead of saying, "Hey, can we use this money for something that's actually useful?" Man, get out of here. What are you wasting my time for? Like, fam, I got fucking $15,000 debt right now, student loans. Let me get that money, put it towards that. She got $15,000 student loan debt. Let's knock this down so we can get close to financial freedom. Why are we spending this money on the wedding? Let's pay our car off.
Mainly because that's what she wants.
weddings,
Yep. Big weddings.
funerals, waste of money.
Okay, that's what she want then. Look, I mean, if that's what she wanted, that means he gotta want that too. Cause it take us cause if I don't want that, I'm not gonna get with somebody that want a wedding.
Okay. Well, that makes sense because like I believe that as well. Like, don't spend money on a big wedding when honestly you don't even know if you're gonna spend the rest of your life with that person.
Shit, even if I do or don't know that, I'm still not gonna spend the money on the wedding.
Because that's like what
All
30
right.
plus thousand.
What I'm gonna say
Better than me,
is-
because I don't know.
What I'm gonna say is
So I mean, my question mainly is like, do you feel like the father should pay for that, like
No.
the female's father?
Okay, all right. Before you go, no, because if it's me in that same position, I'm not paying for your wedding. What you mean? I don't care if you my child or not. I'm not paying for their wedding because I don't believe in that. Even if I did, get your own money. Get your own money. Why y'all ain't out here making 6-figure a year to pay for your own
I
wedding?
mean, they're gonna pay for their like. What if they're paying for like their bridesmaid dresses and their own dress, and then like they want you to pay for the rest? You're not paying for it.
No.
Okay,
If I don't already believe in that, why would I help pay for that?
that makes sense. So like, I mean, obviously the father is paying for it. So
Yeah, in this situation, I would be the father.
okay,
Because if I'm the husband or to be husband, I already don't want a wedding. So if I'm the father now, I didn't believe in a wedding when I got married, so I'm not going to pay for your wedding now.
so what do you suggest him to pay for then? At that point,
The father?
just your gifts or
I'm
like your
telling you.
house?
I'm telling you. If you got debt, because that's what's gonna, like, if you not making enough money, y'all both getting taxes taken out. If y'all getting taxes, then they gonna take all that shit that y'all owe out y'all taxes. So why not just be like, hey, just put this $30,000? What you say, 30,000? Put this 30,000 to our debt, or pay off our car so we got more money coming in we can use for useful shit. Put that towards something that's paying something off or down.
Okay, that makes more sense. What about you, Ria?
I think y'all covered everything, man.
But cover it again.
Right.
Funerals, weddings, waste of time. Don't do it. Honestly, it's legit a waste of money. I would say, all right, if you're gonna get married, instead of putting that money into a wedding, like you said, put it into all of your debt, all of the stuff that y'all trying to do, invest in y'all businesses, invested in what y'all trying to build going forward. And let's say, all right, later on down the line, 5-10 years, you got the extra money. You got the 100K saved up. You got 200K saved up, so on and so forth. You got extra money. You can spend how much ever money that's in your decided budget to have a vow renewal and have a whole nother.
Yeah. Spin a block.
You know what I'm saying? Spin a block, come back. And that way you could also understand in 5 years, dang, or is this marriage what we dreamed it was gonna be? Are we, you know what I'm saying, in love the same way we was 5 years ago? Like, how do we are we in turmoil? We in trouble? Like, are we on the rocks? Have one of us cheated? Like, what steps need to be taken going forward or whatever? But if everything is all good and y'all still love each other, y'all still feel the same way, y'all still feel like y'all want that ceremony to celebrate with the fans and family or whatever, and friends, because I said fans, but fans too, because you know what I'm saying, they're a huge part of y'all success. But friends and family, fans, you know what I'm saying, if y'all want to do that. Just take out that money. You got it extra, you got it saved up, go ahead and have that, you know what I'm saying, ceremony or whatever, celebrate. But I mean, just doing it off the front end, like you already handicapping your relationship, because now any negative situation, any arguments or whatever, probably gonna be money based. Going into an early marriage, going into a new marriage, y'all gonna be, you know what I'm saying, gotta pay cars, gotta, you know what I'm saying, not try to get your shit repossessed, gotta, you know what I'm saying. So any little arguments or whatever, who gonna do this is gonna be most likely about money and funds or whatever. Y'all trying to welcome a baby into the world, you know what I'm saying, you have to pay for all of that stuff. So you already hindering a marriage at the beginning by spending 5, 10. Some people be like, spend $30,000 and all of this and $15,000. No, that's a waste of money. Also, since I already said it, funerals, waste of money. Just have a wake, you know what I'm saying? Spend time with the person's body or whatever. Just the family, the closest family who cared about that person or whatever. You ain't got to spend $5,000 on a coffin that they not going to bury him in. You know what I'm saying? Spend $10,000 on a good headstone. Like, cremate the person, you know what I'm saying? Keep their ashes, spread them if that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? Hold on to them if that's what you want to do. Like, have a little small, tiny keepsake or whatever you need to do. You know what I'm saying? More and get you share your grieving process. But if you really feel it's necessary to have a whole big old funeral, whatever situation, just understand, like, it's a waste of money. Like, you can have that same closure effect from a wake. You know what I'm saying? You can have that same closure effect from just viewing the body and spending time with family, you know what I'm saying, laughing and just reminiscing the good days and stuff like that. And a wake will also let people who aren't as close to the family but are still close to that person come view the body and have a, you know what I'm saying, situation. But it's going to be way cheaper than the whole funeral service where you got to have a slideshow and all of this stuff going on. I mean, plus it's a lot of pressure on people who just lost their loved ones or whatever. It's a whole lot of work. So anything to save money versus, you know what I'm saying, tradition, I would go with saving money over tradition. It's really not necessary. And trying to keep up with processes that should have been obsolete by now is kind of asinine. It just don't make sense at this point in time. Like, back then when they was doing that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't as expensive. Coffins was literally pine boxes that they made out of trees and put the body in and buried them. They didn't cost them nothing. Like, now it's $2,000 for one single bedroom, you know what I'm saying, it's in most cities. So it like, the cost of living ain't the same, money ain't the same, gas ain't the same. Just,
man, gas ain't hitting the same no more.
It's different, man. Life is different. So those moves, and honestly, if I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you, graduations is a waste of time too. But you don't have to pay for those, so that's up to the state.
So are gender reveals, but yeah. I'm just throwing it at the end so everything is a waste of time. Throw those in there, man. Just say what you got. You going to a party and all this other shit for.
I mean, if you want to have a little party or whatever, just have that. You ain't gotta go crazy with the fees and the funds and whatever. Just do it though.
This nigga over here feeling it over here. I'm so dead. All right, hey. I figure how to how they say you got a great podcast voice. I figure how to do it too. Yeah, this is my great podcast voice right here. So I'm gonna just start talking like this. I ain't gonna talk with so much passion like I've been doing. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying, speak like this from now on. So my next topic is, look, just because you can have kids don't mean you should. Everybody don't need kids, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just out here just having them, just be having them because you can. You can't afford them kids. Why you still having them? I don't know what that is. Hey, you should speak into the mic and say it out loud. Hey, quit smiling at me, man. I'm trying to be serious now. This is my podcast voice.
Bro, your podcast voice is nasty.
How is it nasty, man? I'm just talking regular.
That shit sound like you trying to be.
No, this is just my regular voice.
That just sound like you trying to be on late night radio.
No, this is my
ladies.
Yeah, ladies. Thanks for tuning in to the Visionary Storm. We got something coming for you. See, now that's my late night voice, but this is my regular voice, you know what I'm saying, when I'm regular talking.
All right. Next player.
Why y'all joking and laughing and stuff for? Hey, you need to calm down over there. What you doing right now, that's a good idea for a gaming channel. Just play drunk Mario Kart.
Why drunk Mario Kart?
Yeah. Let's just do that. You like that one? Yeah, I see your fist, but I'm not going to pound it. Keep your hand off my wrist. But yeah, like I was saying, man, just because you can have kids don't mean that you should. Some people just not financially stable. Some people just not mentally stable to have kids. You feel me? Mm-hmm. It's a lot of that going on. And we were talking about foster kids and stuff like that. You know, maybe that's not a. Maybe they need to they need to fix that. Some single parents out here is better than the double parents, the 2-parent households. You know what I'm saying? Let some of these single people get these kids. Y'all ain't doing nothing else with them anyway. Y'all got an abundance of older kids that need a home to go to. Like we already talked about why they be acting up. Like, nigga, y'all keep rehoming them every 6 months. They want some stability in their life. But that's all. I just want to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure nobody really cares, but I just want to put that out there in the opening. Anybody else want to go ahead and get a little topic out? Because I can keep going. This is my podcast voice from now
on. I mean, I would like to speak more on the like single parenting as far as that goes. Yeah, I definitely recommend that like people who feel like they need to like adopt and things like that, they should go for it if you are a single parent, because like kids don't even care if there's two parents in the household period nowadays. Like as long as you are taking care of them, they don't give a at all. Like as long as you're making them food or they're able to have shelter over them and they're going to school, they don't care. As long as you're there, because they've seen people lead them. So like as long as you're showing them that structure, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but like I wish it was easier for a single parent to get like a child out of foster. They make it so hard for them. That's my point.
True.
Like unnecessarily hard. Because for what?
Well, because, society make it believe that, like, you need to have two parents in a household to make a family work, when honestly, that's not even the truth. So I feel like they need to change that as well in the social community when it comes to, like, parenting. Like, you don't need two parents to make a household work. Clearly, majority of the families in this world, like, at least 80% of them are based off of, like, single parenting, because the fathers are not there present. But I mean,
I don't know about 80. That's a highest number.
Okay, what is your percentage on that then?
Hold on. Before percentages, no, fuck no. That's not the move. Being a single parent is a terrible ass idea if you can avoid it at all times. I don't care if it's a foster kid, your own kid.
But sometimes you can't avoid it.
Exactly. If you can, you should.
But like it is plenty of.
Why should you avoid it though?
Because being a single parenting is terrible.
How is that terrible when they're able to show them independence and everything else in the world, regardless if there's a man in a household?
Whoa, you automatically assuming a single parent is a man.
Well, I mean, I'm a female, so I have to assume that it's a single mother.
I mean, not on the topic in general. I mean, just in general, being a single parent is, unless that's the cards you've been dealt, it's a terrible idea. Like, a two-parent household is so much better. Regardless of you saying, oh, it's possible, you can give the child enough love, you blah blah da da da. It's not, just because something is possible don't mean it is probable. Don't mean that you should be doing that. Just because, you know what I'm saying, you got the means or whatever, don't mean that that's the best option for the majority of the world or the majority of people out there. Like, if you can do it, fine, but I wouldn't recommend it even if you can do it, because there's still going to be, you know what I'm saying, other stuff it would be better to have, you know what I'm saying, a two-parent household for. Like, but a child needs the love from at least two parents. And in my opinion, he needs to have a strong father figure in his life and a strong motherly figure in his life.
So what is those two in general, your perspective, what do they provide that a single parent, like more generally single mother provide?
It depends on what child it is. If it's a daughter or a son, then the daughter is going to need to be shown how to be loved by a man. She's going to need to be shown what it looks like when a man actually cares about her versus when they say they care about her and actually don't. Like, it's very important for a woman to have a male figure in their life. Even if it's not her father, like a big brother or somebody that's going to show her or keep it a buck with her when it comes to dealing with men. And even if the girl turns out to be a lesbian or whatever, she's still going to have to know how to deal with men, because they're not going away. It's not like she's going to wake up and there's going to be no men. Like, you still have to face a world where most people at the top are men. Most people, I'm going to just put it like this. The world was built by men. Like, so, I mean,
that's not true, but
it actually is. It most certainly is true. I mean,
And we had debates like this before.
I mean, it's the truth. Like I'm not saying that women don't have a part and play their role.
So
and
they need
are
a
pivotal.
male figure in their life in order to
You need
survive out here in this
men,
world? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, absolutely. And men need a female figure.
Okay,
in their
so
life.
what is the man particularly like providing that, you know, their mother can't provide them, that they haven't seen in general throughout their life?
A man provides a certain type of structure that a woman is not going to be able to provide.
Okay,
He's going to have
could
a
you
certain.
describe more into that as well?
He's going to have a certain type of stability or whatever when it comes to, all right, being showing a man, specifically showing a man. He's going to have a certain type of all right, this is what you should act like. This is how you should carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you need to be able to do to accomplish, you know what I'm saying, the goals. Like, a lot of guys are typically codependent anyway. So if he don't see what it's like for a man to do what he's supposed to do on his job, then 9 times out of 10, he's going to rely on a woman for everything. Like, he's going to want a woman to cook, clean, all of these stuff like that. He's going to grow up and want a woman to take care of him as if they his mom. He's not going to want to do anything for himself. So if he don't see that figure from a man actually taking the time out to take care of himself and doing what the hell he's supposed to be doing, he's going to be thinking, okay, this is just how life is. Like, and for a son to have a mother is just as important. So sometimes it could be even more important for a man, because a dad, I don't care what nobody on this planet can say, nobody's love on this planet can match you like the love of your mama.
Exactly. So I'm saying, like, so you're mentioning that it's okay and more important to also have a man figure in your life.
No, what I'm saying is just as important to have a male figure in your life as it is a female figure. You need 2 parents. You need both. It's not, you can't, I mean, if you just so happen to be dealt with that hand of, you know what I'm saying, you don't have, like, a parent dies, or the dad just disappears, or the mom just strung out, like, you have to deal with that. There's nothing else you could do. You can't be like, hey, Facebook, I'm looking for a mom. Could you be my mom? Like, you don't have that option. So you got to just deal with the cards you've been dealt. But if you're talking about in the circumstances, like, dudes who typically grow up without fathers in their life grow up is, like, again, a codependent, female woman beaters, like, overprivileged. Like, they don't grow up with any type of structure. They don't grow up understanding, like, all right, this is how a strong man moves or whatever. Like, I need to, like, if as a man, I would have to teach my son, all right, this is what you do. You know, you work a 9 to 5 until you at a point where you can open your own business. You can do what the things you do need to do. Like, a man needs that type of example or whatever to
well,
keep him.
majority of them don't have that example, though. They're following that example through women, though.
What?
So, like, their mothers is more independent, so they're able to teach them that, like, hey, you can do this where your father couldn't do that.
Absolutely not. It's so much harder for a child with a single parent household. 9 times out of 10.
Mother, yeah.
9 times out of 10, if you don't have 2 parents watching over you, your mom. So okay, you're a single mom, right? When do you go to work? Are you gonna sit at home all day and not have no bills paid?
No.
What are you gonna do? Be single for the rest of your life?
No, you obviously gonna still work, like,
Okay,
your
but
regular 9
now,
to 5.
when you working, where is your child?
They're at home or school.
And how long does that last?
Depends on school. I mean, school's like 8 hours, so they're at home or school 8 hours.
And let's just say, all right, we got to go with most, because the exception don't make the rule. Most women don't make $100K a year. Most women can't survive raising a child without government assistance on their own. And just be like, all right, you know what I'm saying, I can work one job and that's a 9 to 5. Most women can't. It's not, most men can't. It's not a male or a woman thing. Like, most people can't survive raising a child in today's economy, making the money that, you know what I'm saying, you making on a 9 to 5, one single job, and you making, you know, $30,000 a year, $20,000 a year. I mean, And let's be honest, the reason with the kids growing up in gangs or whatever is because the cycle that we've talked about, not only on this podcast, but on podcast all over the world, all over the country, especially. Like, you got the kids when the vicious cycle that we've talked about over and over and over is, all right, the dad goes to prison for jail or whatever. Now he can't be in his son's life. So who raises the son when the mom can't be there? The streets. Now he grown up in a gang. So the cycle continues because now he's selling drugs or whatever, trying to make extra money on the side. Then you got him getting arrested by the cops, and he done had a illegitimate child in the same way. And it just keeps happening over and over and over and over. Like, if the streets raise your kids, this is exactly what's going to happen. Like, you need both parents or whatever to watch over the child when the other parent is down and out, when the other parent is sick, when the other parent has to be at work, when the other parent has other responsibilities to take care of. Like,
I mean, they also have to make that choice. That's the thing. More men are predominantly not making that choice.
Regardless of the fact, that's not the point. The point is that being a single, that again, those are the cards that you dealt if you're a single parent. Like, but choosing to be a single parent is dumb. That is stupid. Like, going out
if you can't help it, what do you expect?
That's different. That's exactly what I'm saying. If those are the cards you dealt and you can't help being a single parent, then that's what you have to deal with. You ain't got no other choice. Like I said, you can't get on Facebook and be like, hey, come be my dad. Like, it's just not gonna work like that. But if you're choosing, listen,
looking for that.
Listen though, if you're choosing to be a single parent, that is terrible. Like, you setting this.
How is that terrible?
Because you're setting a child up for
way
failure.
more skills in this world to survive than they are.
What skills are they being taught?
To survive in this fucking world.
How? What skills are those though?
I mean, that you don't need a man to survive.
That's not a skill.
That is a skill.
No, that. So
I mean,
basically,
you can be independent in this world and be okay and make more than 6 figures.
Realistically, that don't make sense. I mean, if you just gonna keep it a whole book, like, teaching a person that you don't need a man to survive is not something that they need.
Why is that not important?
Because is that gonna pay the bills?
Yeah, because if you know you're working hard, then you don't need no man to survive.
But you don't need no man to survive as a single mother. Is that what you're saying?
You don't.
So why are so many kids in jail? Why are so many young kids got criminal records? Why are so many young kids being raised by the system?
That's because their mom didn't teach them that.
No, they don't have.
No, their mother did not teach them that, because my mother alone taught me to be an independent woman, and I'm okay with that.
Absolutely not. That is not acceptable, and it makes zero sense whatsoever. Like, you can't take that. You can't take that to a job and be like, all right, my mama taught me how to be an independent man, and she raised me on her own, and they're gonna be like, oh damn, son, you hired.
I mean, if you can show them the proof, I mean, to back it up, then you're okay. But if you don't have no proof to back it up, then yeah, that makes sense. But if you have the proof, then it's okay.
But you don't have proof. What you gonna be like? All right, so look, my mama raised me on my own, and here's the knife scar to prove it. When I was out there trying to be in a gang,
I worked as an
he stabbed
assistant
me
manager with my mom, and she had her own business. So, I mean, if I have that proof, then I'm okay to make it where I need to go.
Now look,
Sheesh.
now look. If you saying that you can raise a child on your own, that's fine. Go for it.
Yeah.
But again, the exception doesn't make the rule. Like, you can't be like, all right, everybody should just go creating broken homes. Everybody should just go out here and have, you know what I'm saying, be a single household because that's what they want. I can raise a child on my own. Yes, you can, but that don't mean you should. It's not the best outlook. It's selfish as hell, and it's you putting your pride in the front, and who's suffering is the kid. Like, having two people or whatever in a child's life is beneficial. Like, I learned things from both of my parents, things that can't be replaced. Like, I can only imagine. I didn't have a 2-parent household when, growing up or whatever, but I had both my parents in my life. It's the same. Like, you can't just be out here adopting kids or whatever, and you're not really structured to take care of them. You can't, even if you can afford to. Again, you still gotta have another person structured in their life to where they can have a figure to where they can be able to learn certain stuff from. You can't. I mean, like I would be lost without both my mom and dad's guidance. It was stuff that my dad taught me that's irreplaceable that my mom never even tried or thought to teach me. But it was stuff that my mom showed me that my dad couldn't reciprocate. Like he couldn't show me the same type of love my mama showed me. Like there's a line between a dad's love and a mom's love. Like it gets weird as hell once a father and a son starts displaying their love. Real quick. Like people start questioning what the hell they got going on. You could be a grown ass man, you can kiss your mom on the cheek or whatever. Your homie see you kiss your dad on the cheek at school when you pull up at school, you gonna get clowned for the rest of the day.
Man, y'all gonna have a whole podcast on this one topic, ain't it? Jeez.
I mean, you could have stepped that in for the time, man.
It was kind of good, man. I ain't want to interrupt the flow, but damn, y'all niggas
You want to interrupt the what?
Come on, man.
Yeah. Shout out with that homeboy and flow, man. Right back to rapping now. Get in the studio.
Next topic.
Well, y'all was gonna draw. I'm just listening. I'm like, yeah, damn, y'all gonna just keep going good. Huh? It was pretty good though. I like the little back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Both of y'all made good points, but you know, I still feel like if you are affluent enough to be able to, well, actually, I don't know how the hell y'all got onto what y'all was talking about, because the topic was about older kids in the foster care system who has nowhere to go because nobody wants them. And I'm just saying, like, as a single parent, if you can afford to have an older child, then you should be able to get that, because otherwise that ain't helping nobody if they can't go anywhere. But if there's a single parent out there who can afford it, then they should be able to get them. It's better to have one parent than none at all.
That's
but
true.
I also understand, like, if they're a younger kid coming up, they should have both of their parents too. But I was just saying, like, if it's a foster kid that's like 14, 15, you know, that nobody wants, they just keep getting rehomed. But then it's a person out there who can't get in a relationship or have kids, then, you know what I'm saying, get them an option at least. Get them a choice to be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, and that's completely understandable. Whatever, if you don't have nobody or whatever, that's in the household. Like I said, if you can, but again, it don't make exception to the rule to what we was talking about.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
On some whole different shit. That's why I said back.
I get what you talking about or whatever. Like, it should be a way, but there should also be an extra hurdle. You shouldn't just be able to go and adopt kids as a single person.
I mean, it's already hard enough for them as it is. That's my whole point anyway. Is like, it's already hard enough as it is.
It should be a way, you know,
for anybody,
just to prove your income or something small like that, or you know what I'm saying, just to be able to get.
They gotta jump through way more hurdles than that. But that's my point though. Still, you know.
It still should be. I mean, if like you said, it's better to have at least one parent than none. So, but they should also, I guess, lower. If they see kids not being able to find a home, they should lower. I ain't gonna say the standard to be in, but they should understand. All right, this kid needs to have somewhere to live, and there is a single parent who's willing to take them.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, be able to get them people that they can't get nobody a chance to have a kid. Cause,
absolutely, I agree with that.
Because this shit be expensive too. Even doing, like, I guess, like the sperm bank type shit, that's expensive too. But then again, if you a single mom that's like 37 and can't have kids or don't want to start over that late, that's why I'm saying adoption would be a good for somebody that's a little bit older that ain't 100% dependent on you when you go to work or something. Little 14, 15-year-old can, you know what I'm saying, at least stay out the school, do some sports, come home and cook something, you know what I'm saying? Versus having a 2-year-old at home and now you at work all day, like you ain't got to pay $400 a week for childcare.
Yeah, that's completely different.
Oh wait, I forgot. You ain't got to pay $400 a week for childcare. I have my podcast voice back on, man.
Yeah, because that's the real voice and it's better.
What, the real voice?
The real voice.
You like the real voice, man? Like this?
It's better than. Yeah, man, hold on, dog.
No, wait a minute, I ain't saying it. You make it sound like I'm talking like this, but I'm not. So why you doing that? Hey, remember what you were talking about with school systems and stuff?
Correct.
So you think that America should? Let me stop talking. So you think America should have something like Switzerland, where like we was talking about going like to college and stuff and trade. So like Switzerland, they got it like it's a tier. Like, okay, so if you doing good in school versus another person who ain't doing that good in school, by the time they reach high school, there's tier systems. Like, you smart as hell, you go to this level of high school, and they cater to you, your intelligence level versus what you should do outside of that. And then niggas that ain't that smart, they go to like a lower tier, but they also give them all the tools to be successful in whatever they good enough to do. Then they should have something like that in America.
I mean, I have to look into it and see
because
I'm pretty sure there's. It sounds from how you explain it. I don't know nothing about it. But from how you explain it, it sounds flawless. It sounds amazing.
That's like a good idea. Like, fam, I might not be good enough to be a brain surgeon, but I probably can fix the fuck out of a fucking diesel truck.
Yeah, that makes absolute perfect sense right there. Like if that's, like I said, I got to do a little bit more research on it for casting a complete judgment. But I mean, yeah, that sound proper because if how the school system set up in America now, and I'm not gonna go back over it, just go watch the other episode we talked about it. But how the school system set up now is basically trying to train everybody to be rocket scientists, and whoever don't, become a rocket scientist,
you don't matter.
Yeah, you just there
figure it out.
You know what I'm saying? Go to the army.
Yeah, they should just. Yeah, you just took a shot at her.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
I'm a little offended because I did join the army because I felt like there was nowhere else to go when it came to like picking a career and things like that. So to leave home and feel like you can do better, I joined the army. And not only just to join the army to better myself in a career, I did it to challenge myself because it's more majority of males who do it. But as far as like the system goes, yeah, I think we as USA should definitely follow the techniques that they have when it comes to like schooling. Because I went to school with a lot of foreign students when I went to school in Crandall. Like they definitely had a lot of foreign students who had to only be there for a year in order to go to their schools, go back home and go to schools there and like get a better career, like where they didn't even have to stay there that long. They only had to be there for like a year, and that was like our senior year, and like they're done and they can go back home and enjoy the rest of their life, where we had to be there for years to even go to school, and they just had to be there a year and go there because the things that we learned this year, they were like 4 years ahead of us. And that's sad because we need to better our school system for sure.
Also, what I think the tier jump too, it also take pressure off of everybody too. Because if you know that you're not as gifted as another student, you ain't gotta push yourself super hard knowing that you can't do it. Like everybody ain't meant to be like I said, like a brain surgeon. Everybody ain't meant to be that. They might not want to be that. Like I said, man, it caters to everybody's strengths. You know what I'm saying? They take more of an individualized approach to, well, not necessarily individualized for everybody, but like to that group of students. Them, boom, we're gonna give you these type of courses and stuff. You might not can do calculus. Why the hell would we put you in a calculus class if you can't do that? That's kind of stupid. You might can only do algebra 1 or 2, and we're gonna put you over here. That you do that, you're gonna max the fuck out over here and be able to go wherever you want to in your level. Cause some of us, you know what I'm saying, we might be meant to work at Arby's, but not at midnight.
How you beat me to that? Say, but what about at midnight? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't know.
That's
Y'all
when
already,
the business is popping.
again, man. Y'all already know how I feel about the school system in the United States, bro. It's a complete failure. Like, like I don't. I'm serious. Like there's really little to no motivation for kids. I mean, to be all they can be. No army joke. Like I'm serious. I'm serious because is lacking in so many areas or whatever, and they all being, I get again, not able to exercise themselves mentally. I think school should be more of a hands-on and active type of place where if you can try different stuff and if you'll know what you like you'll know what you'll be able to mess with or whatever.
And when you stop telling kids they can be anything they want to be when you can't, it just sets them up for failure. Like, fam, you can't be the president, bro. I'm just letting you can't be him. No, you cannot. You can be an assistant manager at Arby's at midnight.
Or at least tell them you can be a governor, like, or a mayor.
Yeah, you can be a mayor. You can
start them off like wanting to be something more.
You can be on the city board, man.
Yeah, you start them off being something more
reachable.
And then maybe once they become mayor, they be like,
nah. Maybe I can do more.
Right,
Maybe
right,
nah.
exactly.
This hard right here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So if they be like, all right, man, dang, I'm good at this mayor job. Maybe I should run for Senate. Like, I'm good at this, this Senate spot. Maybe I should go ahead and just try to be the senator. You know what I mean? Like,
I ain't with the government.
messed
shit.
all it up.
No, it's all good. I ain't with the government stuff, but I feel like to make the world, well, I don't care about the world. Sorry, to make the country a better country, I feel like we need to really revamp how the age stuff works and with people in power and how long they can stay in, man.
Absolutely.
Come on, man. Nobody 60, 70 years old should be running this country. Get the new blood in there, man.
No, 80. The president of the United States is 80 years old.
Him too, man. Just get lower that, man. Lower the age. I understand you got to go through life experience and schooling and stuff like that. If you do that, you got to get the experience. So 35 is pretty cool, but I thought you finna say something. But yeah, just I forgot what I was finna say because I thought you was finna say something.
Well, they just out of touch with society,
Yeah.
man. They don't know what's going on out here on the ground floor anymore.
And
They've been doing I'm not trying to pick on him, even though everybody know I don't like this man. But Joe Biden has literally been in politics since before I was born. Like, this dude has been in politics. Like, he voted in the segregational vote or whatever back in the 70s. Like, he voted against being, desegregated. He wanted the black people to still sit at the back of the bus. But that's another argument, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he was to be anybody who's able to vote in that, it probably shouldn't be still doing the same thing they're doing now. People they make an argument for, well, since they knew what was going on back then, and they still kind of, that man don't even remember who his wife is.
Yeah.
Like that, you should have somebody who isn't in high risk of dementia and mental cognitive disabilities to be the president. It just don't. Honestly, I'm with Joe Rogan on that though, on the opinion where he said that that's a stupid ass job. There shouldn't be such thing as a president. Like, one person trying to keep a hold of 328 million people.
Need a board or something like that.
You need multiple people. Hell, bounce it off, the other structures that we already got or whatever, and remove that president spot. It just don't make sense.
Like, somebody be ahead of a certain thing. Like, you the end all be all of that, but we should all discuss that before it be pushed out. And also, it's cool to have them around for they advice. You know what I'm saying? They can be an advisory role, but you should be 80 running anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, keep them in pocket.
You making choices for people in 20 years. You're not gonna be here. The younger kids that's coming up gonna be here, and they got to deal with what you like. Cause I feel like people that old, their minds is warped. They like you said, they out of touch with what's really going on in these streets. Get them up out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's for example, like, a lot of the Democratic politicians or whatever are always talking about, all right, man, gun safety, it is this, that, and the third. Let's remove guns or whatever. Let's make it harder for criminals to get guns. But I don't think that they purposely know what they do. I don't think they purposely be like, all right, we're just gonna remove guns from law-abiding citizens. I think they actually, on some type of level, because of how ignorant they sound when they talk about guns, I think they actually think that makes sense. I think when they say, all right, let's remove guns or whatever from, this, that, and the third, we're going to make it harder for to get guns, they actually think that that's going to make criminals harder to get guns. I don't think they realize that that's only making it harder for the law-abiding citizens.
Did you just see that story about them people in Chicago? They killed like 3 or 4 people, and they had military guns, like real-life military guns. They were sold to them by military people.
Yeah.
Like, that ain't going to matter because you criminalize, because you can get rid of guns. People still going to find a way to get guns.
Absolutely. Like, and then people gonna still find a way to enforce their evil on you anyway. Like, if they let's say push a button magically, all the guns disappear. They still gonna shoot you and they still gonna stab you and shoot you with bow and arrows, and it's just gonna go back to what it was.
Folks, I want me to be Norman Reedus out here.
Put that down.
And she finna crack that mug up here right now. She said, "No, I'm still about to."
The snake oil, nothing major. But yeah,
we don't need to hear that.
But yeah, just saying, like, those dudes or whatever in charge of talking about gun control and this, that, and the third. Let's just say they genuinely don't know. I think some of them know and some of them don't. I think some of them are actually, thinking that it's a good idea or whatever, and they just leading with their hearts and their feelings and not thinking about the deeper consequences to, putting actual innocent families or whatever in danger, not being able to take care of their families or whatever. But on this same hand, they so out of touch with it because the average American citizen cannot pay for bodyguards. Like, we can't afford to pay for bodyguards. So they saying take away guns or whatever from law-abiding citizens who can buy guns to protect themselves. Meanwhile, they got guns. It's just not the ones that carry them. Yeah. It's fucked up. Like, they so high up on the pedestal and so high up on the, you know what I'm saying, important scale that they don't think about the little people. You know what I'm saying? They don't think about the day-to-day people
the
who
everyday
gotta
folks.
protect themselves. So they just so out of touch with what's really going on.
How much you charge for bodyguard services, man? I might need to hire you.
I don't do that. That's beneath me.
Well, moving right on along.
Now we friends, brothers, pals. You know what I mean? I had your back for the free skis, but bodyguard, no.
I got a super controversial opinion on something. I feel like we shouldn't respect people's culture just because of their culture.
Unpopular opinion.
Like, for example, okay, let's say you from Yugoslavia. I just made that up because I want to name a real country. And they treat women like second-rate citizens over there. I don't feel like you should come over here and be like, well, we don't care about women like that in our country. I don't know what accent that was, but I just did it. So, like, you come over here and just talk crazy to your woman because that's what y'all used to. No, nigga, if you here, we shouldn't respect it just because of what you used to. No, we don't do that here. Just because the age of consent is over in, where is it, in Japan or wherever it is, it's like 14. Nigga, you don't get to do that over here. I'm not respecting that because that's your culture. We shouldn't just be accepting stuff just because, oh, well, you're not from there, you don't understand. I don't want to understand that. I'm sorry. We're not doing it over here. And it ain't even about respecting ours. It's just human decency, man. Come on, man. That's a kid. That's a woman. Why we have to fucking care about how you used to do stuff over there? Or even anywhere?
I don't think nobody should be able to just demand respect off basis anyway. Like, I don't care what group of people it is. Like, I think we should all start with civil. Start with equal. And then you got to earn everything after that. But if you demand at higher levels based off, you know what I'm saying, your culture, like you said, in your other country, then who are you? Like, you it's like when they get mad at us, they be like, y'all go to, you know, Uruguay and be mad at them because they don't speak y'all language. Y'all yell at them and raise your voice. I'm saying, like, well, y'all can't come over here and expect us to bend to y'all laws and rules and regulations either. That's pretty messed up.
And it's kind of unfair to say because, like, we are more free and stuff like that. We allow people to do what they want to. I don't
Freest country on the planet.
It was kind of messed to go somewhere and be like, man, look, I ain't finna do all that. But still, at the same time, like, bro, I'm treating you like you equal. Like you said, you equal to me. Like, you're not better than me because you from here. Like, I should be able to go to fucking Dubai and wear what I want to and act as I want to. As long as I'm not hurting nobody or harming nobody, I'm not disrespectful. Like, man, I want to wear just regular clothes. I don't know what they got to wear. I'm just saying, like, for example, I just want to wear regular clothes. I'm chilling. Why come the one that came with me got to dress like y'all dress because y'all don't care about women over here like that? Like, nah, man, we chilling over here. Like, come on, man.
So you want them to respect your culture when you go over there?
That's what I said. But that's why I said it's kind of unfair to compare it because we free and stuff like that. Like, we allow people to do what they want versus over there. Like, nah.
Facts.
Come on, man.
Y'all got laws and stuff.
Yeah.
They do for women, for sure. Like, they want us covered, hijabs, all of it. When we come there, regardless if it's vacation or not, they want us covered. And when they come here, it's okay to be uncovered. We don't give, we don't care at all. We're like, we go there, like, it don't matter what. Like, you have to be covered. We respect that versus them coming here. We don't care. I like undrunk Brittany better. She don't trip over her words and say the same thing.
Same.
But I'm sorry. But for real though, like I said, it was unfair, but it's also fair at the same time. To treat somebody just like a fucking normal human being and treat them like they fair. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it needs to be a certain level of communication before you expect somebody to believe or feel the same way you type of feel. Like, you can't just be out here calling people pigs and bigots or whatever because they don't understand your language, but they don't understand your culture or whatever. But your culture wasn't explained to them. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of poke at the bear a little bit. But it's like, to me, that's the same thing as when people be like, don't call me he or she. Like, you should know my pronouns. Like, you're not wearing your pronouns on your name tag.
That ain't the Sims. I can't see over your head. I don't know what's going on over there.
I don't know what your pronouns are. I can only look at you and just make an inference or whatever and just try to refer to you as something. I'm not going to, because then I can understand if you'd be like, all right, you know, my pronouns, blah, blah, blah. And then you'd be like them and they. Well, people who with the over there will be upset with you because you use them or they, and that's not their pronoun. Like, so you can't just use a blanket pronoun to cover everything because they're gonna be like, you just misgender me. Like, bro, come on, fam.
I just want you to let you know my pronoun is he and they, them and him. You feel me?
For sure.
I'm non-binary.
Yeah.
What you say? Say that again.
I'm non-binary.
You feel me? My people out here. We out here.
I miss you, Wayne.
We out here. You know who? You miss who?
I miss you, Wayne.
We miss who?
I'm outnumbered.
Who is that?
Who is that? We don't know who that is. We don't know who that is. Hold on, I got you. We are trying to figure out on the first 48 who is Wayne that Real Black has mentioned. Yeah. We don't know who that is.
Miss you, Saucy.
Did you just misgender him?
No. That's not a gender.
Yeah, what's his gender?
Damn. Man, y'all that's the last disrespect I'm a
I
have.
didn't disrespect him. I told him I want him to come back. Y'all out here, man. Y'all just, it's crazy.
Man, what we doing? We finishing up this pod. I got another little junk I want to go on, man. It's got something to do with women's. When they get mad at dudes for replying to one thing in a text message, like y'all send a long paragraph. I'm gonna tell y'all, from my perspective, I don't know about every other man, but this is why I reply to one thing in that long paragraph. Or two things, maybe three at the most. A lot of that stuff doesn't matter to us. We don't care about a lot of that stuff that y'all say. A lot of it is like, that ain't nothing. You mad about nothing, or that ain't worth talking about. I'm gonna brush that off. But there's one important thing that you're saying. This is important. This is what's causing this whole argument right here. This is what I want to address. This little part right here. The rest of that stuff, that's non-factor. I don't need to address all 15 of your points because this only one is important. Boom, right here. Let me say something about this one right here. Yeah, you got something to say?
I do.
This nigga laughed. This nigga evil villain.
Go for it.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Right. No. I want you to say what you have to say, and then I can comment on
I already said what I had to say.
What he had to say.
I mean, as far as replying to one topic when it comes to multiple topics, I mean, we want you to reply to all of the topics because if we're writing a fucking paragraph, I want you to tell me what the fuck you had to say about each fucking topic,
But
regardless
all
if
those
you
topics
don't
ain't
have
important.
no opinion.
No, it ain't. I don't have an opinion. Just it ain't important.
See, that's your problem.
No, it's your
And
problem. All right, look, it's like this
females
right
need
here.
to understand
No.
if they don't have an opinion on all those fucking topics you put in that paragraph, then goodbye.
I'm dead. It's like, okay, let's say we had a big blow about stuff in the house, right? Let's say you don't pay the bills on time. You're always late or whatever. The house ain't clean. The dishes ain't done. The floor need vacuum. I don't care about any of that other stuff. All the other stuff can be fixed. We talking about the bills. This is what's gonna get us kicked out this mug. Let's talk about this. The rest of this stuff we can. That's the non-factor. That's the easy stuff to talk about or get rid of. That's solved already. Boom. But this up here, no, we need to figure out how we not get evicted because you late on the bills or something like that.
I'm late on the bills. What about you?
Well, if you talking about me,
Because it's
if you talking about me in particular, you gotta worry about that. I'm paying my bills a week or two in advance. I'm never late on my bills. I hate being late.
Okay. So if you are dating a female and they are paying late, that's on you because you're definitely aware of that at that point.
Man, bro, that's crazy.
What?
No accountabilities.
Yeah, you said she
Like-
got up in her Mario Kart and zoomed off.
Like, like it's not a woman's fault until, you know what I'm saying, it is a woman's fault, and then it's your fault for choosing that woman because it's her fault, so it's your fault because you chose her. Like, damn. I don't get to win at all ever. Even
Because she
when I'm
said,
right.
I can't wait to say. I can't wait till you say what you gotta say so I can reply. And just to tell me it's your fault.
Well, she wasn't in the wrong. Oh, she was in the wrong. Oh, that's your fault for dating her.
I mean, it's both because you're right. They both have to take responsibility when it comes to that. Like, you are definitely aware. If y'all are dating, you've been dating for a while for sure.
But you
Like,
probably ain't been living together for a while. So you wouldn't know how.
no,
Yeah.
well, because at that point, to me personally, I feel like you need to be asking what are they doing when it comes to bills. Because if you're not asking when it comes to bills, then that's on you. You obviously didn't care because you don't want nothing to do with that.
They could tell you anything.
Facts.
Exactly.
And you don't live with. Damn, did you just hit the mic, fool? I'm dead. It hurt. If you want goof to the next topic. Hey, we're not doing this next weekend. Leave it at home.
Yeah, no disrespect in the pod, man.
Folks is wilding.
Anyways.
You're an alcoholic and you need help.
Facts.
Not at all.
It's okay. I ain't gonna
I
tell
have
nobody.
control of my life.
That don't mean there's a lot of functional cane heads out there.
Okay, well, what's the problem?
I'm on it. Look, I'm only gonna say
Look.
no.
That's no need to
Look here.
discuss it.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm only allowing it because you're being pretty talkative.
Exactly. Because I have anxiety.
You ain't got no damn anxiety. I've seen you in the bar get on top of that joint and start twerking.
That's bullshit because he doesn't go outside.
Disrespectful. Hey, you got a topic, man? We at 131. 31.
You got anything else? Run it.
What about you? You got some?
Yeah, but I need to do a little bit of research on it real quick.
That's a research having, man. I know you ain't got no topics over there. But it's okay because you at least talk when we bring them up. My bad.
I do. Hold on. Excuse you.
Hey, look.
That wasn't for you.
Yeah, she tripping. Come on. What you got to say? You got a topic?
Yeah. I mean, my main thing about this podcast I want to discuss is like washing your hair.
Okay.
How often should you wash your hair? Either it be like in the black community, because I know we wash our hair like once a week.
It depends
But-
on the hair.
Yeah, that too. But like, how often should you wash your hair? Because some people feel like it's like never.
Yeah, if it's never, no. I feel like all of us have dreads. I don't know how often y'all wash our hair, but I feel for me, it would be stupid for me to wash my hair more than twice because, I mean, where I work at, it's a lot of fumes and dust and metal dust in the air. So I would feel like, okay, I'd rather just work the whole work week and then wash it after the work week versus washing it in the middle of the work week and then have to wash it again. Because if I'm going to work, it's getting dirty, then I wash let's just say if I wash my hair on Tuesday, why would I turn around and wash it again on Sunday? Or you just hit your head on the mic.
I did. Anyways, continue.
My guy's wilding. Mac wilding over here. Actually, I don't know. Like, why would I wash my hair at the beginning of the week before the work week, right? No, so like I wash it on Sundays, right? Let's say I wash it on Sunday. I'm going to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I just wash my hair after Thursday again, which will be on a Sunday. What you do? Wash yours more than what? 3 times, 4 times? That's why they did it. How many?
It's not thinning. Thank you very much. So like I have interlocks, so I have to wash it a little bit more. I don't have to, but I choose to wash it a little bit more because it's smaller hair particles. So I at least wash it twice a week.
That's too much.
Yeah, I mean, in the black community, they feel like we should wash our hair once a week, or once every 2 weeks. Sometimes I hear, and I don't feel like that's okay because hair particles, like depending on where you put it in your hair, I feel like you should wash your hair a little bit more.
Yeah, like if I had like a haircut, I used to wash my hair like at least more than 4 or 5 times a week because it's so much easier to dry. It's
I
like
mean, so if, after you have a haircut, so what do you feel like you should wash it after the haircut or 2 weeks
Some
after
people-
the haircut?
some people do wash it after the haircut though, just to get all the extra
Exactly,
hair out.
because there's excess hair.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I mean, I would just wash it a lot because it's easier to dry also. But versus having dreads, it's going to take hours more than likely to dry my
I
hair.
mean, so you're more worried about the hours of drying your hair?
Yeah, that's why I don't go
actually
swimming.
being cleansed.
That's why I don't go swimming, because I don't want to waste fucking hours of my day drying my hair.
Okay. What about you, Rico?
Well, I say you should wash it whenever you feel like it needs to be washed. I mean, that's kind of why I kind of was like, I don't know, I shouldn't have said it's too much. I do feel like that two times a week is too much for me. But honestly, I say you should wash your hair as often as you feel like you need to be washed. I mean, if you got a partner, they'll let you know if your hair stink.
I'm dead.
I'm with you on that whole not drying it or whatever. Like,
Whoa.
I mean, I don't want to dry it
So
every other, like, I don't want to spend all day. Even when you sit under a hair dryer, you literally take a day and a half to completely dry your dreadlocks. Like, it's too much work.
what if you
especially
don't
when
have a
got the thicker-
partner though?
Yeah, ain't nobody there to tell you your shit stinks, so you don't know.
I'm fucking dead.
Yeah, you wash it at your own discretion and pray that you've done the job right.
So if they tell you your shit stink, you need to wash it
Absolutely.
a little bit more.
No, you need to wash it,
Oh, okay.
rewash it.
And dry it that complete.
I don't know. I also
Dang.
don't use like, ever since the incident that happened with my locks, I don't use nothing in my hair. Like, I use the same shit I use, you know what I'm saying, on my body to clean it with natural, like, soap stuff. Like, I use that. I don't want to put no conditioners, no chemicals, no. I'm not with all that.
Even at this point, you wouldn't use conditioner.
Hell no, that shit is terrible. That shit is.
Why is it terrible?
Because
I mean, come on, give us some tips.
It clumps up in your locks.
Mm.
It clumps up in your hair and it thins your locks out. Like, when you'll notice whenever your locks get longer, you'll start to see like those little spaces in your hair where your locks are being held together by, it seems like 2 or 3 strands. Like, that's wear and tear from conditioners, dyes, chemicals, all of that extra stuff. The most you should really
What if
do
you
to your
don't use
locks-
conditioners and you see those?
The most you should really use in your locks is you oil your scalp.
But see, oils as well, if you're not washing those oils out and you put oils in there damn near daily, how often should you wash your hair?
As often as you feel. It's up to your discretion.
Mm.
You'll notice a result and you'll kind of adapt your own pattern, but I don't know. It's definitely something you got to maintain and keep a hold of. Because if you wash it too much, your shit will thin out, and if you don't wash it enough, your shit will thin out. It's like a delicate balance. Either way, like, you have to. Dreadlocks is a very, very, very sister lock, dreadlocks, locks in general is a very. It's a commitment. It's something you have to actually put time, research, and science into to have. You can't just. People like, oh man, y'all just so lucky. Y'all just wake up and go. Most of the time, but not all the time.
I mean, yeah, because I use leave-in conditioners and they don't give me those like build-ups and things like that, depending on what type of leave-in conditioner I'm using. I don't use oils on my scalp because they don't recommend that, because that builds up in there and like dandruffs. I mean,
Everything.
dandruffs is good when you want to grow your hair, but I mean, I don't have that problem with growing my hair, so I don't need that. But as far as like just putting oils in my hair, I mean, you need to wash it a little bit more because oil is sitting on the scalp.
Everything is going to pile up and add to your locks. Like, your locks are literally a matted, tangled mess. Like, no matter what you put in there,
I don't know about that.
that's exactly what they are. That's 100% what they are. So, I mean, it's just a matted, tangled up mess or whatever. You better wash that bottom. It's still on the floor. Put that cap back on there.
I'm good.
But yeah.
What about you, Swan?
I already told you. I was the first person to answer.
Okay, Well, repeat it then. What do you recommend when you have locks versus, well, I don't mean.
I already said it depend. Like for me personally, because of what I do for work, I know what gets in my hair, all the smoke and stuff. So I just wash it after the work week, so I don't have to worry about getting my hair dry.
Weekly.
Sure.
Okay, which is pretty good for you. So what do y'all feel about those people who use like Dawn or Ivory soap to completely wash like the dyes or any type of excess oil in their hair? Do y'all feel like that's unnecessary then?
I don't use Dawn or Ivory, so
Do you dye your hair often?
I don't dye my hair at all.
Okay. What about you, Rico?
No.
You the only person that's out here doing Cajun rub.
I'm not doing Cajun rub. I mean, I like to dye my hair. So when I joined the lock community, I had a plan as far as when it came to doing my hair. Like, I don't like doing my hair often. I had natural hair and it was coils, tight coils. Like I had the 4C hair. So I didn't like it. So I decided when I joined the army and they was like, oh, okay, you're going overseas, Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. I was like, well, let's see what can I do to survive where I don't have to wake up every day and have to do my fucking hair. And locks was the best option. So I went with interlocks. I wanted micro locks. The female who did my hair was like, well, it takes more work. You personally doing your hair, you have to do it more often. So I was like, well, what is the next option? She was like interlocks. So I went with micro interlocks, which is what I have now, and majority of people don't like, but I prefer it because I have more versatile options to do. But I mean, I'm okay with it as far as my hair texture because I hate doing my hair naturally with the coils.
I hate doing that shit too. It's a billion of them motherfuckers up there. I'll pay somebody else to do that shit.
No, like imagine though, like you have tight coils, 4C hair, and you have to do it every morning. It's annoying. But let the natural hair community speak, and they are more like, you should be grateful. I'm like, but I can't comb that out every day. And they're like, oh, you should be grateful that you actually have a curl to your hair.
Boy, y'all do some weird, long-winded motherfuckers. I can tell you that.
It's more strict in the female community.
Shout out to the long-winded community I'm on over here. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Well, moving along, Mrs. 4C over here. Last topic of the day.
Yeah.
We got to wrap this up. Go ahead, Chief.
All right, man. I just generally want to talk about probably what might be a reoccurring topic for me. That's the misconception of gun ownership. I'm so sick and tired of, especially, I'm if I was on Black Twitter, I'd get my head chopped off.
Never mind. Never mind.
Especially.
Never mind.
Especially.
Now we see what you was running from, but go ahead.
Especially black folks, man. This shit is halfway embarrassing. If I get embarrassed, I'll be embarrassed as fuck. Like, I don't get it. I don't know, man. So Georgia decided, all right, the governor signed a bill that passed constitutional concealed carry in Georgia, which makes Georgia the 25th state to pass constitutional carry. That's literally half of the United States now don't have to have a permit to carry a firearm. That's beautiful. That's how it should have been. That's how it always should be. That's how the Second Amendment was meant to be. Now, right off the bat, you know what I'm saying, the Shade Room posted or whatever, all these other jumps posted, like, you know what I'm saying, I just go decide to look at the comments.
I knew you was gonna
bro,
say
it's
that.
nothing but the way Shade Room posted it, them folks messy, bro.
They
like
know what they be doing.
They posted that junk and said that allows Georgia governor signs a bill that allows some people to have constitutional carry. No, some people to carry without a permit. They didn't even put the constitutional carry or none of that. And then everybody in the comments immediately goes, some people? Like, oh my God. Like, who is some people?
Did you comment?
Man, hell yeah, I commented.
I'm finna go see if I can find it.
I commented on both channels. Both. Like, I'm there. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? Going back and forth, though, I'm just like, y'all are very, very ignorant. And then I realized, like, halfway in, I'm like, who are all these people? Well, of course, it's the shade room. It was nothing but black people saying, yeah, those y'all don't believe that. Don't go buy a gun. These rules ain't for us. These laws ain't passed for us. And I'm like, bro, this is absolutely fucking ignorant. Like, y'all are telling black people not to defend themselves or protect their lives because y'all think that these laws aren't going to be passed for y'all. Y'all think that it only affects or is a plus for white people. Like, don't exercise your Second Amendment right or protect yourself and your family because when the police come knocking at the door or when the police show up to the scene, they gonna automatically shoot and kill you.
That's the shade room for you though, and the people in it.
Bro, that's the moment I realized, bro. The shade room ain't nothing but a bunch of black women followers. Yeah. That's the only people that was commenting.
Definitely is. Vouch.
Like, I'm like, bro, all y'all in here are ignorant as hell.
Yeah.
Like, this don't make sense. Like, so I see comments or whatever. So y'all black men in here talking about y'all should go buy a gun and this ain't the Wild West. And I'm like, bro, that is dumb. I'm like, all right, so what would you do about the single mother that has 2 kids or whatever that has to walk to work and can't afford a car? What would you have her do?
Call the police because getting a gun ain't for us. You feel me?
Not true.
Troll season.
That's what they saying. So
yeah,
that's what I'm going by. What I'm playing them in this scenario.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you were trolling.
Right.
But yeah, that no.
Bro, we not. All right, go ahead.
I ain't doing nothing.
No, go ahead, man.
Just
Go ahead,
saying, man.
And
Yeah,
Kieran said y'all need to stop doing that to me.
Of course, she in love. I mean, whatever.
Ooh.
Boy,
I ain't say you felt the same thing back. I'm just speaking facts. Oh, you love ass nigga.
that was not the Swanee of the Gifted Visionary podcast.
That was Rio Black of the Rio Black Gun Channel.
So if you got direct all your anger towards him, go get his channel reported. But go ahead, man.
Anyway, yeah, all right, man. So again, like, black people, we gotta stop doing this, especially black women. We need to educate ourselves on firearms and firearm safety. It's of the utmost importance, especially for the single moms out here with no, male in their life or whatever, to protect themselves. Like, learn about firearms. Ask your male friends, family, or whatever. Man, this don't make no sense. Constitutional carry is a very positive thing. At first, I kind of questioned it a little bit, like, as far as
Ex a stranger on Twitter too.
as far as it's not. I feel like it was going to enable the dummies who don't necessarily go out and take classes or whatever to understand what's the difference between the use of deadly force. But so far, that's not been the case at all. And Georgia makes the 25th state, and and they was like, oh, the crime has raised up since Texas passed the constitutional carry law. I'm like, well, it just so happens that Texas passed the constitutional carry law after the economy went to shit. So of course the crime went up. Mm-hmm. Like, people are desperate. People are losing their jobs. People are losing their homes. People are losing their vehicles. Like, they're fighting for every little crumb. So yeah, they might try to take it from somebody else. We've known this to be the case.
I also read. I didn't really do too much research that crime as a whole, like, of all time, is also lower than it's ever been.
It's constantly lower and lower every year.
Because they be saying like, oh my gosh, what is the world coming to? Blah, blah, blah. It just that we can see everything now in this information age. But as a whole, crime is down historically.
It's been steadily going down for the last 2 decades. Like, it's at an all-time low, especially in the United States. Like, right now, it's a little spiked up from what it has been in the last 2 years because of how terrible the economy is. Actually, the last 4 or 5
It's just the news just pushing out, make it seem like everything just going to shit.
And they only talk about, and the news, the media only talks about the bad shit, man. That's another thing that's got to stop. It was women in the comments like, yeah, it's not like if you're a black man, this rule don't protect you. I'm like, bro, there was a black male man who literally just killed 2 police officers in self-defense, who busted his house trying to do a no-knock warrant, and he shot and killed both of them. And the police just was like, "Oh, we had the wrong house." So it was all in self-defense. He's walking away scot-free. He's not getting no charges. That's how it works. Like, so to say that black men are not going to get away with actually defending their lives and the lives of people they care about is asinine, because this dude literally just, those are the two extremes, a black man and a police officer.
He gonna have to move though. He gonna have to move.
Probably change his
True.
name and
Man, all that.
He done for.
But at the same time, legally, he don't have nothing to worry about. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't move. I would just go buy some more guns.
They gonna be on his ass every time he do something.
Right? You have to meet.
Oh,
you
talking
talking about the cops?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they gonna have to, they gonna harass this man until he do something so they can get him back.
But facts. Like it's that's not the only scenario that you can throw out there. Like, I don't understand why black people decide to, I'm not going to say all black people, because a lot of us are very educated and well-versed in gun ownership and gun safety and blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, it makes absolutely no sense to me that people just espouse this nonsense or whatever and just try to, first of all, you're not helping the black community when you do stuff like that. Anybody who decides to listen to you are only making it harder for themselves to have comfortability and protection when they move about. Nobody's rich and all of us can't afford bodyguards and stuff like that. Like, if you live in a country that has 400 million guns in the world, 400 million guns in the country, and there are only 328 million Americans. Like, there are more guns in this country than people. And you telling me you think criminals care about these laws? They don't care. Like, if you tell a person who's willing to kill you that he can't have a gun, like that don't stack. They don't compare. If I'm willing to kill you, then I'm willing to steal a gun. If I'm willing to kill you, I'm willing to buy an illegal gun. Like, if I'm willing to go out there and just kill people, then none of these laws have no effect. Like, that's the worst law universally on the planet, is to kill somebody. And if that's what I'm willing to do to get what I'm trying to get, obviously I don't care about any other laws. There's no law that's going to stop me at this point. So, the fact that that y'all telling people to not exercise your Second Amendment right as far as the black community goes, it's asinine and it's counterproductive as shit, because y'all are putting y'all own people in danger, and y'all just say, I don't want to buy a gun. I don't think it's for me. I'm too ignorant or I'm too lazy to go out and learn, you know what I'm saying, and be, you know what I'm saying, productive or whatever to society and my own self and my own family. But trying to convince other people not to, because whatever stupid ass reason that you just made up pulled it out your asshole, don't do that. That's dumb. That's fucking counterproductive, and it's not going to help you at all. Like, I don't know that just, so many misconceptions. I only want to do one, but I'm finna go over another one too. Like, picking up a gun does not inherently make you a criminal. Like, people like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? See, the guns, he had drugs on him or whatever, but he also found a gun, so that's extra. No, it's not. It's only extra if he's not supposed to have the gun. If he's a felon, if he, you know what I'm saying, has a prior gun charge and is not supposed to have a gun. But if he has a duffel bag full of drugs and a legal firearm, they're only going to charge him for the drugs. It's not, of course he gonna lose that gun and he can't buy no more guns in the future if it's a felony drug charge. But having a gun does not inherently make you a criminal. Like, I had so many people when Texas decided to do open carry or whatever. I had so many people telling you, all right, you know what I'm saying? If you open carry, man, you know what I'm saying? The police gonna shoot you. I'm like, all right, bet. Open carry to the gas station. The worst that happened is the police was like, hey, man, do you really need to do that? Like, I know it's legal now, but just talk to me. Tell me why you're doing it. I'm like, because it's a deterrence or whatever. And, you have a little debate with them or whatever, and then they send you on their way. Like, that's happened to me actually multiple times since I've been in Texas. Like, police stop me and ask me questions. But I've literally been walking around. I used to walk around Montoro with my AR-15 on my back.
That's crazy. Why did you do that? Like, I don't understand that.
Because
you
I
used
felt
to do that for real though?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I used to walk around with my AR-15 strapped across my back talking on the phone, and the police pulled up and was like, hey, man, did you hear those gunshots over there? I was like, oh, no, I ain't hearing no gunshots. He was like, oh, okay. I like the rifle. Have a good night.
That's crazy. I would never do nothing like that, but like,
bruh, get out of here.
Like, why you walking around?
Oh,
That's
crazy, right?
That's a little, to me, that's a little extreme.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, man.
Just take your Glock and go.
Like,
take my lock?
Your Glock.
I thought you said take my lock.
No, your Glock.
You got a Glock?
Put in the combination. I don't have a Glock. This he has all the Glocks.
I don't have a
single one
firearm.
right
I
now.
need to go look for a firearm. Do you recommend anything? Because I'm
Right.
new to firearms, and I really want to get
Same.
into them.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do a first Glock purchase on the channel, man.
Whatever.
I don't own a Glock. I want to save that on
Did
purpose.
you just see her?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
That boy said, she's stuck. I know that hurt it. Look, that's what you get for playing so much. Are you finished, man? Let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah,
G.
man, just go ahead and put a fork in it. We got big moves to make, literally.
I'm so fucking dead.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Black Visionary Podcast, man. Tune in every single week for a new episode. Right now, we sit on the couch with your boy, the one, the only, Big Man Swan, Big Homie Swan,
The biggest. Make sure you throw that in there. Say it.
the biggest homie,
The
Big
biggest.
Homie
Biggest.
Swan.
Have I played this?
We
song?
also sit on the couch with currently a little bit intoxicated, but always welcomed. Less intoxication.
what's your
That's
name?
not true.
It's Brittany.
Brainy,
It's Brittany.
Bernie.
The very talkative, long-winded.
Brittany.
Appreciate you for that. But
You
it's Brittany.
too.
Not intoxicated.
Both of y'all, the long-witted crew.
Hold on. Let me do
My
my
name's
intro.
bad, my
Brittany,
bad.
but I'm
Let me
not
do my outro.
intoxicated.
All right. And then we here with the one, the only, the gun enthusiast, the advocate for the Second Amendment, the most long-winded person on the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you
Right,
add that in there.
introduce yourself.
Look at this, man. I told you he was bossy, though.
Hey, look, I just want to throw this.
This episode, he ain't.
I'm bossy. I should play that song, but look here. I just want to throw this out here.
Rio Black, man. The king of the Second
Shout out to
Amendment
Rio
on the
Black
podcast.
Man. I just want to throw this out here. Stop asking me about guns. Stop talking to me about guns, firearms. Direct that to him. I can't help you. I'm just a person that just be into it. I don't have any firearms, you know what I'm saying? I just like it, but he can be the one. Oh yeah, you want that gun? I can tell you when that was manufactured. Who manufactured that? Who did the stippling on that? He can do that. I can't do that. Don't direct any of that to me. I don't care how close we are. Him, please. Just ask him those questions. Not me. Please don't ask me. Don't ask me.
You need any female advice directed to me?
Don't direct it to her after she's drinking.
Because I'm not drinking.